you got a chance to score, but you can't take a sack. You got points on the board with the field goals. Just different situations, working that, just getting those critical reps for the young quarterbacks and everybody, not only just playing football and learning a new offense and defense, but learning situational football. I think that was been a big emphasis this spring. I think we've got a lot better.
A lot of green jerseys out there. Most of those guys just walking wounded. Is that?
Some are guys that have been out because of knee injuries. A lot of DBs are out with knee injuries. We have a few concussions, a couple of ankles, a shoulder. It's just having a physical spring. That's what you get sometimes. But you got to keep pushing through and next guy up. And again, you got to think players, not plays. The guys that are in there getting those reps, they're going to be ready to provide depth next year. So I think you have to look at it that way. So.
We got Jonathan Haynes coming in here today and Grant Tisdale. How have they done?
Good. Jonathan Haynes has got a lot of reps with the ones and physically very, very talented. Just picking up we've talked about a lot, playing instinctively, not being out there thinking, and you see that more and more, especially from the first half of spring to the second half. He's really gotten a lot better.
How about Sam Williams?
I don't know about Sam. He's I tell you what, he shows up in every scrimmage making a big play. Harassing the guy and harassing the quarterbacks in pass rush, dropping. He's had a couple of picks in big situational scrimmages. So been impressed with his playmaking ability. He's a big guy. He's hard to throw over out there at outside linebacker, and obviously he's very fast, so he's a good pass rusher. So he's done well.
Can you kind of talk us through what the schedule is going to be like on Saturday and what you're looking for?
Yeah, well, we're trying to, no injuries. That's the first. But it's going to be offense versus the defense. You have to do that. We're not deep enough right now to just throw guys out there and have a game. But they'll play offense versus defense, so it's easy to follow. Where the offense has to try to catch the defense. There's a certain amount of points we're going to put on the board, and the offense is trying to go catch them. The defense can get points with turnovers, but it'll be that. But that way we can sub guys in, keep guys fresh, and get a bunch of reps.
How hard is it to stage a spring scrimmage when you don't have that depth right now?
If you go offense versus defense, you can kind of control how many reps each guy gets, so that makes it a little bit easier. But you want it to be, we would love to have a great turnout for our fans. So that would be, I want it for those guys to enjoy it, and I want the fans to enjoy it. I want them to be able to follow it, and obviously on TV as well. But I think it is. It makes it tougher, obviously, because you don't have as many bodies. But you obviously want to get some work done. It's one of your 15 days, so you want to go out there and get better. But you also want it to be competitive, and kind of get their juices flowing a little bit too.
Also, Matt, what kind of spring has Kevontae Ruggs had?
Right now, he is suspended from the team, and hasn't been out there here in the last couple of weeks. And but he's not off the team, but has a chance to come back. But he's just for a violation of team rules.
The TV cameras are going to be there for people who also aren't fans are going to be watching as well. Does that kind of control how much you show?
Yeah, a little bit. It's an advantage for us, especially toward the beginning of the season, having a new coordinator on both sides of the ball. They can guess what we're going to do, but they really won't know. So you'll see, we're not going out there game planning each other, but just trying to get the basics down of the offense. And so we're not going to go out there and throw it all out in front of everybody. So it'll be a scaled back version. We'll try to keep it simple and just go compete.
Is the one last practice this year after the Grove Bowl, is that something new you're doing, or have you done that before?
No, it is new. We're gonna go out and actually, it's gonna be more of a teach practice with them going into the summer, them being able to do some stuff on their own, shoot some teach tapes for these new young guys coming in. We'll have an opportunity to shoot drill tape, shoot teach tapes, different routes versus different coverages versus different route patterns. Pass protections versus different blitzes, much more of a true teaching day, and we'll get a lot of benefit out of that from the guys coming in, and then also for our own guys moving forward to the summer, kind of transitioning from spring into the summer.
Was that your idea, or did somebody kind of bring that with them?
Yeah, just it's something that we've done a couple of times before, but with a young team, I think it becomes really imperative that you take advantage of the summer, guys getting some reps and the volunteer work that they can do, and then obviously having the teach tapes for a lot of young offensive linemen coming in, young receivers, and some young guys you want to see step in and make some plays. I think it's important to get some of those teach tapes ready.
What have you seen from Devon Penniman?
Good. I think a big back, change of pace. Still want to see him cut loose a little bit, but he has made some. He's hard to tackle. He's a big back. People bounce off of him. He's at his best when it's live, and they got to try to tackle him to the ground. He can break some tackles. You know, still want to see him continue to get in better shape and really trust that knee and just kind of cut it loose. But he is a bigger back that's hard to tackle.
Are the quarterbacks going to be full contact on Saturday?
Matt will not. Grant probably will. Kincaid probably will as well. We haven't made that decision yet, but Matt will definitely be in a white jersey. We've been the last few scrimmages, you know, Grant and Kincaid have been live, and so we'll probably keep that going to let them utilize their legs. So.
I think the last time we talked about this may have been on signing day, but at that point, the roster was full as far as 85 scholarship players. A couple of things have happened since then. Are you guys going to be in that transfer portal
We
looking
do. We
around?
actually have one initial left, so we can take one initial, and then obviously, if some things happen, you can put some guys on scholarship on your team as the as stuff does happen. You can, we got a couple of kickers that are starting that we could do that with, but we have one initial. We can actually take one transfer.
Is there a certain position you're putting more emphasis on?
Yeah, there is, but it's obviously best available. But there's a couple of different positions that we obviously there's a priority on.
Thank you, Bud.